In the quiet corners of the world, in the narrow streets, in the small rented rooms, in the places where the day feels heavier than the night, there lives a silent battle, one that millions fight every single morning, the battle with poverty. Not just the lack of money, but the lack of opportunity, the lack of hope, and most importantly, the prison of the poverty mindset. This script is for the person who wakes up with stress in the chest, fear in the mind, dreams on delay, and yet a silent strength that refuses to die. This is not a story of money. This is a story of transformation, from survival to stability to growth. Today, we explore how to escape the poverty mindset, even while living on an extremely low income, because your income is not your destiny. Your circumstances are not permanent. Your future is not defined by where you start. It is defined by what you decide to change today. Before we go deeper, let's understand the truth most people never say aloud. Being poor is not just an economic condition. It is a psychological environment. Poverty rewires the mind. It teaches you to make decisions based on fear instead of vision. It trains your thinking to focus on immediate survival instead of long-term strategy. It makes you feel as if every choice is a risk, every step is dangerous, every opportunity is out of reach. But the most powerful thing about the human mind is this: it can be reprogrammed. Poverty may have shaped your past, but it doesn't have to own your future. Escaping the poverty mindset is not about pretending life is easy. It's about learning to think differently even when life is hard, even when the bills aren't paid, even when the fridge is empty, even when everyone around you says this is your fate. Because the first step out of poverty is not money. It is awareness. Poverty mindset begins with a sentence we often repeat without noticing: I can't afford it. The moment this sentence becomes a habit, your brain stops searching for possibilities. But wealthy thinkers, regardless of how much money they have, ask a different question: how can I afford it? This small shift does not magically create money, but it activates creativity, resourcefulness, and problem solving. People with a poverty mindset see obstacles. People with a growth mindset see strategies. When you start asking how, you awaken a part of your brain that has been sleeping under years of stress. Suddenly, you notice things you never noticed before: opportunities, skills, side income ideas, unused resources, free tools, hidden talents, better habits. The poor mindset says things will never change. The growth mindset says, step by step, I will change things. And this change begins quietly, internally, long before any money arrives. But to escape the poverty mindset, you must break the strongest chain of all, the belief that you don't deserve more. Many people raised in difficult environments carry invisible wounds. They think wanting a better life is unrealistic or selfish. They think wealth requires luck they don't have. They think successful people were born special. But the truth is very different. Most successful people did not start with privilege. They started with hunger, pain, and scarcity, just like you. The only difference is they refused to let poverty define their identity. They separated the external condition I am broke today from the internal identity. I am capable, valuable, and destined for more. If you want to escape the poverty mindset, you must learn how to separate who you are from what you currently have. Your worth is not measured by your bank balance. Your potential is not limited by your income. You are more than your financial struggles. Believe that deeply. Let's talk about a powerful truth. You can live on a very low income without living a low-quality life. Many people confuse low income with no freedom. But freedom is created by how you manage what you have. Real freedom begins with learning how to stretch every rupee, every dollar, every moment, and every skill. When people think of budgeting, they think of restriction. But budgeting is not punishment. It is empowerment. It is the act of telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it disappeared. A poverty mindset avoids budgeting because it feels overwhelming. A growth mindset uses budgeting as a weapon. On extremely low income, budgeting becomes your shield against stress and your map toward stability. Even if your income is unpredictable or small, a clear plan removes mental chaos and creates space for progress. And progress begins with one small rule: track everything. One of the most powerful ways to break the poverty mindset is to understand your flow of money clearly. Every rupee you earn must have a purpose. Every unnecessary expense must be questioned. Every small saving must be celebrated. Because when you find control in the small things, you gain confidence for the big things. Even people who earn very little can save, invest in skills, and slowly build financial strength. Break the belief that saving is impossible. Saving's not about amount. Saving is about habit. Even 20 rupees saved consistently is a psychological shift. It tells your mind, I am no longer drowning. I am taking control. That small spark can change your entire financial journey. But escaping the poverty mindset requires something even more important than budgeting: learning to value your time differently. Poor mindset people trade time for money. Wealthy mindset people trade time for growth. The poor mindset says, I need another job. The growth mindset says, I need another skill. Skills create long-term power. Extra jobs create short-term exhaustion. When your income is low, your greatest asset is not money. It is time. Time to learn, time to practice, time to build, time to improve. Even if you can only dedicate 30 minutes a day, consistent skill building can change everything in 1 year. In poverty mindset, people use free time to escape reality. In growth mindset, people use free time to escape poverty. This does not mean you must grind every second. It simply means you must invest time wisely. Entertainment should refresh you, not consume you. The right skills can change your income permanently, even if you start from zero. On a very low income, the single biggest mistake is ignoring skill development. Many people say, I will learn when I have money. But the truth is, you will have money after you learn. The internet is full of free platforms, free tutorials, free certificates, free books, and free tools. People have built entire careers using nothing but free resources and a cheap smartphone. Poverty mindset focuses on what is missing. Growth mindset focuses on what is available. And what is available today is powerful beyond imagination. If you can learn to use basic digital tools, basic design, basic writing, basic communication, basic online selling, basic freelancing, you can open new income paths from almost anywhere. You don't need to match the world. You only need to be slightly better than your past self. Another major part of escaping the poverty mindset is managing your environment. Poverty is not just financial, it is social. The people around you shape your thinking. Some people drain your energy with negativity, gossip, and hopelessness. Some people laugh at your dreams. Some people accept misery as normal. If you stay with them, their mindset becomes yours. But if you start consuming better content, motivational speakers, educational videos, financial learning, success stories, your mind begins to rise. You may not be able to change your environment physically, but you can change what enters your ears and eyes. Make your phone your mentor. Make YouTube your university. Make books your companions. Surround yourself with voices that lift you up. Even if you cannot leave your environment, you can upgrade your mental environment, and your mind will always grow toward whatever you feed it. Let's talk about the emotional side of poverty. Living on extremely low income is stressful. It creates anxiety, frustration, comparison, shame. Sometimes you feel like you are falling behind while the world moves forward. But the truth is, the strongest, most successful, most resilient people often come from struggles. Your hardship is not your weakness. It is your training. Every difficult day is shaping your character. Every sacrifice is teaching you discipline. Every setback is building your mental strength. But you must learn to process your emotions. Poverty makes people impatient. They want quick results. But escaping poverty is not a sprint. It is a marathon. You must accept that progress is slow. You must celebrate small wins. You must be proud of your effort even when results haven't appeared yet. Because you are not failing, you are building. Every day. The next step is redefining what rich means to you. Many people stay trapped in poverty because they chase the wrong definition of wealth. They think wealth means cars, clothes, brands, status. But real wealth is freedom. Freedom from debt. Freedom from stress. Freedom from financial anxiety. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to sleep without worry. Freedom to take care of your family. Freedom to live with dignity. You do not need a high income to begin building real wealth. You need clarity. You need discipline. You need patience. The moment you stop trying to impress others is the moment you start improving yourself. A simple life with high control is better than a fancy life with high stress. When you learn to live below your means, even on very low income, you create space for your future to grow. Let's talk about one of the most powerful tools for escaping poverty: minimalism. This does not mean depriving yourself. It means choosing what truly matters. Poor mindset spends money emotionally. Growth mindset spends money intentionally. When your income is low, every purchase is a decision between progress and delay. Ask yourself before buying anything, will this item improve my life or just numb my stress temporarily? Many people waste money on comfort because poverty is emotionally painful. But comfort is temporary. Progress is permanent. Minimalism is not about eliminating joy. It is about eliminating distractions. The fewer unnecessary things you buy, the more power you give yourself to rise. Minimalism creates mental clarity, financial strength, and emotional stability. It lets you focus on growth instead of consumption. Even if your income is small, minimalism makes you feel rich internally. Another common habit that keeps people trapped in poverty is living in survival mode. Survival mode is reactive. You fix problems only when they explode. You pay bills at the last moment. You panic when emergencies happen. You get stressed by unpredictable income. But growth mode is proactive. You plan ahead. You create safety buffers. You organize your finances. You anticipate challenges instead of being surprised by them. This shift takes time, but it begins with one step: organizing your life. Write things down. Make weekly plans. Track habits. Create structure. When your life has structure, chaos loses power. Poverty mindset is chaotic. Growth mindset is organized. Organization reduces stress, increases clarity, and unlocks opportunities. When your life becomes stable internally, your financial life begins improving externally. One of the most powerful questions you can ask yourself is, what can I offer to the world? Everyone has a skill. Everyone has a talent. Everyone has something valuable. But poverty hides your gifts under stress. Take time to discover your strengths. Are you good at speaking, selling, teaching, repairing, creating, writing, organizing, helping, observing? People underestimate their natural talents because they compare themselves to experts. But your goal is not to be the best in the world. Your goal is to be useful. Usefulness creates income. The moment you find a skill people are willing to pay for, your poverty begins to weaken. Even small skills can lead to big opportunities. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start where you are. Use what you have. Help who you can. Value grows with practice. Now let's dig into something deep: your identity. Poor mindset people say, I am poor. Growth mindset people say, I am growing. Your identity shapes your behavior. If you identify as poor, your actions will reinforce poverty. If you identify as capable, your actions will reinforce progress. Change the story you tell yourself. Replace I can't with I'm learning. Replace I'm stuck with I'm building. Replace nothing works for me with I will figure this out. Replace this is my fate with this is my beginning. Speak power into your life. Your inner voice must become your strongest weapon, because nobody is coming to save you, but nobody can stop you either. Let's talk about the long-term game. When you live on extremely low income, you must make two commitments. 1. Do not let your mind collapse under pressure. 2. Do not let your habits collapse under stress. The world is full of people who gave up too early. They were close to breakthrough, and didn't know it. They stopped learning. They stopped trying. They stopped believing. But remember this truth. Consistency is the ultimate equalizer. It doesn't matter where you start. If you improve 1% every day, your life will look completely different in 1 year. Improvement is slow. Success is slower. But quitting makes everything stop instantly. Keep moving, even slowly, even with fear, even with doubt, even with small resources. Small steps count, always. Now, let's talk about building income streams. On low income, your goal should be simple. Add one small income source at a time. Not 5, not 10, just one. When that source becomes stable, then add another. This reduces stress and increases confidence. Start with something easy. Selling small products online, teaching a skill, offering a service, freelancing, writing, repairing, cooking, sewing, managing social pages, content creation, flipping items, tutoring, small business help. There is always something you can start with minimal money, minimal tools, or minimal experience. The poverty mindset focuses on limitations. The growth mindset focuses on possibilities. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a small beginning. On extremely low income, the most powerful long-term strategy is investing in yourself. Not in courses, not in expensive tools, your mind, your knowledge, your habits, your confidence, your discipline. When you grow internally, your income grows externally. When your thinking changes, your decisions change. When your decisions improve, your life improves. It is impossible to escape poverty with the same mindset that created it. You must evolve, and evolution begins with education, even free education, even small education. But consistent education. Let's talk about gratitude and mental health. Poverty often brings frustration, which kills motivation. Gratitude does not solve financial problems, but it protects your mental strength so you can solve them. When you appreciate small things, your brain becomes calmer, clearer, more creative. Stress closes the mind. Gratitude opens it. Every day, remind yourself of what you still have. Energy, breath, potential, the ability to learn, the chance to change. You are not a failure. You are a fighter, and fighters rise. Finally, escaping the poverty mindset is a journey. Some days you will feel strong and unstoppable. Other days you will feel tired and defeated. Both days are part of the process. Keep showing up. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep planning. Keep saving. Keep improving. Keep believing, because poverty ends the moment your mindset rises above it. Even if your income is low today, your future is wide open and ready for transformation. You are not destined to repeat the cycle. You are destined to break it. This is your story. Start turning the page. The next chapter begins now.